Hey, thanks for joining me. Today, we're talking about something really special: how to build a genuine, lasting connection with your sponsored child. This goes way beyond just sending a letter. It's about creating a real relationship, one that's built on trust and a true sense of understanding. All right, let's get right into it. So, let's start with the big question, the one that's probably on your mind. How do you actually build that real human connection when you're separated by, well, everything? Geography, language, completely different life experiences. It's definitely a challenge, but I promise you the rewards are incredible for both of you.
I think the absolute best way to picture this is with a metaphor. Think of your communication as a bridge. It's not about one person having to cross all the way over to the other side. Nope. It's about building something strong right there in the middle that connects two unique worlds. It's about finding that common ground where you can both meet.
And listen, this isn't just some nice, feel-good idea. It has a profound impact. This quote from Southwest Human Development says it all. When we communicate with respect for a child's culture, we're literally helping them build their sense of self, their identity, their self-worth. That is such a powerful gift to give. So to build that bridge, first we have to understand the terrain, right? And that means navigating cultural differences and really learning to see the context hiding behind the words your sponsored child might be using. It all starts right here, with cultural awareness. This is the foundation for everything else we're going to talk about. And really, it's just the simple act of recognizing, hey, my child's world might operate differently than mine, and then approaching that difference with appreciation, not with judgment. Here's a perfect example of what I mean. In a lot of Western cultures, we're taught to be super direct, to say exactly what we mean. But in so many other cultures, meaning is conveyed indirectly. It's in the context, in the subtext, in what's left unsaid. So if a child's letter seems a little understated to you, it's probably not a lack of enthusiasm. It's just a different and totally valid style of communicating. Okay, so we know the challenges. How do we actually overcome them? Let's get into the practical, hands-on stuff. 5 key practices that are going to help you build a much stronger bond. Let's walk through these 5 together. First up, and this one is huge, keep your language simple. You have to remember, your letter is very often going through a translator. All that complex slang, those idioms we use without thinking, they can get totally lost or even misinterpreted. And that just creates confusion instead of connection. Clarity is kindness here. And this is such a crucial detail. Child Fund points this out, and it's something we might not even think about. Simplicity isn't just for the child. It also makes a world of difference for the project staff who are translating your letters. It helps them make sure your warm message gets there exactly as you meant it. Here's a perfect real-world example. We might say, "I hope you're crushing it in school," but that phrase, when you translate it literally, means nothing. It's just confusing. But if you just swap it for something straightforward like, "I hope you're doing well in school," your encouragement comes through loud and clear. The second practice is all about showing genuine curiosity. Asking about their life, their traditions, their world. That is one of the most powerful and respectful ways to show that you truly care. This table is such a fantastic guide. Just look at the difference. On the left, it's all about open, curious questions. Things like, "What's your favorite holiday?" But on the right, it's just filled with assumptions, like, "I bet you don't celebrate Christmas." See? One invites a real connection, the other just builds a wall. And I just love this quote from Jane Fuller because it really gets to the heart of it all. It's not about becoming some kind of cultural expert overnight. It's about being humble and caring and just being willing to learn. That's what really, truly matters. Okay, our third practice is all about creating a safe space within your communication. And to do that, it is absolutely essential to steer clear of topics that might be sensitive or controversial or could even put the child and their family in a difficult position. So what kind of stuff should you avoid? Well, things like politics, really deep religious questions, or asking about family finances. These can make a child feel really uncomfortable or even unsafe. The goal here is to build a positive, joyful connection, so sticking to more neutral topics is always the best way to go. Now, sharing is a two-way street, of course. but it's so important to do it carefully. Practice number 4 is all about sharing stories from your own life in a way that builds a connection rather than just highlighting differences in wealth or lifestyle. Look at the subtle but absolutely critical difference here. Sharing something you love, like reading, is positive. It's an invitation to connect. But saying something like, everyone should read, can feel like you're imposing your views. It's the difference between starting a conversation and just delivering a lecture, you know?
And that brings us to our 5th and final practice, personalization. This is where the magic really happens. This is how you transform your communication from just a simple update into a real back and forth conversation. It shows you see the child as a unique individual, not just a name on a piece of paper.
So how do you do this? It's really simple. Just refer back to things they've already told you. If they mention they had an exam, ask them how it went. If they told you about a new friend, ask about that friend. These little details are so powerful. They show you're not just reading, you're actually listening, and that you care. So when you put all of these practices together, what's the actual result? Well, you're not just writing better letters, you're building a lasting bond that has a real, tangible impact on both of your lives. This chart shows that the benefits just flow both ways. For the child, it boosts their self-esteem, it supports their developing identity. And for you, the sponsor, it deepens your own cultural appreciation and sharpens your interpersonal skills. It is a true win-win. And that brings us full circle, right back to our bridge metaphor. By communicating with respect, with curiosity, and with genuine care, you're building a powerful bridge of trust. And that connection, that's something that can inspire and support growth for both of you for many, many years to come.
So I'll leave you with this final thought. You don't have to do everything all at once. Just think, what is one small step from this explainer that you can take today in your very next letter to start building an even stronger, more meaningful bridge? Thanks for watching.